17th January 1937, Talk 328. A European gentleman began in measured tones and spoke clearly and slowly. Why should individuals remain caught up in the affairs of this world and reap troubles as a result? Should they not be free? If they are in the spiritual world, they will have greater freedom. Maharishi. The world is only spiritual. Since you are identifying yourself with the physical body, you speak of this world as being physical and the other world as spiritual, whereas that which is only spiritual. Devotee. Do the disembodied souls, that is, the spirits, have a deeper insight and enjoy greater freedom? Maharishi. Because you identify yourself with this body, you speak of the disembodied souls as being spirits. From these limitations, you talk of their limitations and seek to know their capacities. Even the disembodied souls have subtle bodies, otherwise, you wouldn't say disembodied souls. Disembodiment means divested of this gross body. Inasmuch as you endow them with individuality, they are centered in their subtle bodies. Their limitations will be according to their own state. Just as you feel the burden of your limitations, they also feel the burden of their limitations. What I meant by spirit and spiritual world is the absolute spirit and not relative. If you realize yourself as the spirit, you will see that this world is only spiritual and not physical. Devotee. Are their bodies temporary as our bodies are? Do they reincarnate? Maharishi. These questions arise because you think yourself the body. This body has birth and death. And when this body falls, another body arises, which is called reincarnation. But are you the body? If you find that you are not this body, but the spirit, you will be free from gross or subtle bodies. And then there will be no limitations. Where is the world, physical or spiritual, in the absence of any limitations? How will the question of reincarnation arise? Again, consider it from another point of view. You create a dream body for yourself in the dream and act with that dream body. The same is falsified in the waking state. At present, you think that you are this body and not the dream body. In your dream, this body is falsified by the dream body, so that you see neither of these bodies is real, because each of them is true for a time and false at other times. That which is real must be real forever. But you say I. This I consciousness is present all through the three states. There is no change in it. That is alone real. The three states are false. They are only for the mind. It is the mind which obstructs your vision of your true nature. Your true nature is that of infinite spirit. That was the case in your sleep. You note the limitations in the other two states. What is the difference due to? There was no mind in sleep, but it exists in the dream and the waking states. The feeling of limitation is the work of the mind. What is mind? Find it. If you search for it, it will vanish by itself, for it has no real existence. It is comprised of thoughts. It disappears with the cessation of thoughts. Devotee. Do I remain then? Maharishi. What is your experience in sleep? There were no thoughts, no mind, and yet you remained then. Devotee. When I try to meditate, I am unable to do so because my mind wanders. What should I do? Maharishi. Your question furnishes the answer. First, with regard to the first part of the question, you say you concentrate but do not succeed. You mean the self. On what do you concentrate? Where do you fail? Are there two selves? For the one self to concentrate on the other? Which is the self now complaining of failure? There cannot be two selves. There is only one self that need not concentrate. You ask, but then why is there no happiness? What is it that prevents you from remaining as the spirit which you are in sleep? You yourself admit that it is the wandering mind. Find out the mind. If its wandering stops, it will be found to be the self. Your I consciousness, which is spirit eternal. It is beyond knowledge and ignorance. Devotee.